Good morning, children. How are you all? First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Hari Ammar, one of the social studies faculties of Montessori Group of Schools, Telangana. Children, now I am going to explain chapter 3b, Penamakuru, a village in the Krishna district, and your syllabus for FA1, chapter 1 to 4. And listen carefully, children. I am going to explain the important concepts of this chapter, chapter 3b. And to get the detailed view, you want to attend our online classes, which are taken by the social science teachers of different branches of our group. So, you listen the video carefully to get the important concepts. First, farming activities of Penamakuru. Farming activities. What is, children, farming activities? Farming activities means the activities which are related to cultivation, cultivating crops. And Penamakuru is a village which is located at Krishna district between river Krishna and Bendar Canal, and its total area is 6.20 square kilometers. It is an agrarian village. That means the farmers, they are mainly engaged in cultivating crops. And what factors are necessary for the cultivation of crops? Children, you know, for cultivation of crops, certain important factors are necessary that we call them as favorable factors. Here in Penamakuru village, fertile soil is there, enough rainfall is there, marketing facilities there, credit facilities there. All these facilities are available in this village. So, farmers, they cultivate various type of crops there. First, they cultivate the most important kharif crop, that is paddy. They cultivate the most important kharif crop, paddy. For cultivating kharif crop like paddy, enough irrigation facilities are required. Fertile soil is also required. In this village, fertile soil is there. The important types of soil in this village are, first one is alluvial soil, second one is black soil, third one is sandy soil. What is, children, alluvial soil? Alluvial soil means the most fertile soil. Alluvium is the most fertile fine grained sand. This alluvium is carried by the rivers while they are flowing and deposit on the banks of the river, and there forms the triangular shape alluvial platforms. That platform is called delta. So you study about a village of Krishna delta. What is delta? A triangular shape alluvial platform which is formed at the lower course of the river. That is called delta. Here you are studying about the important types of soil: alluvial soil, black soil, sandy soil. Alluvial soil is the most fertile soil, and it has the water holding capacity, water retaining capacity for a long time. And black soil also the richest fertile soil, black soil. It also has the water retaining capacity. But sandy soil is not as fertile as black soil or alluvial soil. It is less fertile. On the western part of this river, western part of this village, you can see a river, that is river Krishna. In that area, you can see sandy soil. In sandy soil, the farmers usually they cultivate orchards, fruit trees. In this village, mainly they cultivate sapota, papaya and guava. These all are local fruits. Local fruits. Whenever you want to eat enough quantity of local fruits, you get enough resistance power or immunity power. And in other parts of this village, especially in south eastern part, south and southeastern part, it is plain area, and there the farmers they cultivate mainly the kharif crop paddy. They also cultivate the important crops like sugarcane, turmeric, yam. They also cultivate vegetables in plain area. But in the slope, in the hilly slopes, that means compare with the plain area, the northwestern part of this village, that area is somewhat highland area. In that highland area, the farmers they dig borewells to get water. You know, children, digging borewell, it is a costly process. Machines are required to dig the borewell. But here in this village, underground water level is very high. So they want to dig borewells up to a depth of 15 to 20 feet. 15 to 20 feet. At that time, they get enough water. So it is not as costly as that in other parts. So they dig borewell and they use motors to pump the water. So in highland area, they use irrigation facilities by digging borewells, and in plain area they use water for irrigation from Bendar Canal. And now I mentioned the name Bendar Canal. Bendar Canal is the chief means of irrigation in this village. This canal is started from Prakasham Barrage. Prakasham Barrage was constructed by the British in 1853. Children, please note down the year. Prakasham Barrage was constructed by the British in 1853. And two main objectives are there for the construction of this barrage. First one is to control floods, and second one is to irrigate the fields, that is irrigation. So the British constructed it, and this Bendar Canal is started from Prakasham Barrage, and it moves from northwestern part of this village to southeastern part of this village. And the farmers of southeastern part of this village, they use water from this canal for irrigating their fields. And in addition to the main crops, they also cultivate vegetables. The important vegetables they cultivate in this village are cabbage, lady's finger, ivy gourd, etc. They cultivate and they sell these vegetables in the nearby market. That market is the Raidu Bazaar. It is located at Vuyur, the important or the nearest town, Vuyur town, Vuyuru town, the important town. There they sell their vegetables and they get money. And the important thing that happened in this village, there is agricultural diversification. What is, children? Agricultural diversification. Agricultural diversification means instead of cultivating food grains, nowadays the farmers are cultivating cash crops. Instead of cultivating food grains, the farmers they cultivate cash crops to sell in the market to get money. There you study two important terms, food grains and cash crops. Food grains and second one is cash crops. Food grains means the mainly the grain which are cultivated by the farmers for their consumption. And second one is cash crops. Cash crops are the crops which are cultivated by the farmers to sell in the market to get money. Nowadays they cultivate the important cash crops like sugarcane, turmeric, sugarcane and turmeric. They sell in the market. It will reduce the agricultural production, that means mainly the food grain production. It may cause shortage of food grain. Agricultural diversification is important, but at the same time we want to cultivate food grain crops also. Next one, the important non-farming activities of this village. Before that, you want to know about this village. It consists of 750 families and more than 10 families have more than 10 acres of land and nearly 150 families have less than 5 acres of land. And other people, they are agricultural laborers as well as the tenant farmers. First one belong to the category landlords. They have enough land. They cultivate in their land with the help of agricultural laborers. Second one is small farmers. Next one is agricultural laborers. Agricultural laborers usually have no land at all and they are doing work for others, especially for the landlord's children. And the tenants, the important term is their tenant farmers or tenants. The tenants, they cultivate crops in landlord's land and they get a share of it at the time of harvesting. Remaining share is taken by the landlords. So tenant farmers also there in this village. They work for landlords. They get a share of the crop what they produce. Sometimes the landlords they give all inputs needed for cultivation such as fertilizers, seeds, pesticides, etc. Sometimes the tenant farmers themselves they want to take. So the landlords they live at the center of the village in very good houses, plastered houses, and especially near the south of the village, there the poor people are living. They do various type of non-farming activities also. What is children? Non-farming activities. The activities other than farming, such as weaving, small scale industries, cottage industries, trade, transport, communication. All these activities together we call non-farming activities. In this village also, many of the people, they are doing non-farming activities. They are working as weavers or drivers or electricians there. So they are doing various other activities than agriculture and earn money for their livelihood. Those who pass class 10 from this village, they are not going out. They work as auto drivers or electricians. And in this village, one highly mechanized poultry is there. What is poultry? Poultry farm. It is related to chicks. Chicks, you know children, chicks. Young one of a hen is called chick. Here, chicken farms are in this village, and nearly 80,000 hens are there in the highly mechanized farms, and their nipple facilities there to give water and conveyor facilities there to give food. So daily they get nearly 50,000 eggs, and they sell the eggs in the nearby city, that is Vijayawada, and they sell outside their state, outside Andhra Pradesh. They sell the eggs in Bihar and Assam. So they earn money. Next one is one sugarcane factory is located at Vuyuru, the nearest town. Next one, they also rear animals, look after animals. They domesticate animals. You know children, in your house also many domestic animals are there. Can you say the name of some of the animals you domesticate? Okay, of course you know. Cows, buffaloes, sheep, all these animals are also there in Penamakuru village. Animal rearing is one of their important activity. And they also look after pigs to get pork. The meat of pig is called pork. So it is also one of the important activity of the people of this village. And they give importance to agriculture, and in olden days, in ancient time, they practiced agriculture mainly 2 times a year, and they cultivated paddy as well as pulses like red gram and green gram, the crops which require less water. But nowadays, the farmers are not giving that much importance for the cultivation of red gram or green gram. Why? Because nowadays they use borewells to get more and more water. That water is used to irrigate the field. So it is not a problem in this village, and they get enough labor force. Many farmers are there to cultivate the crops. So plenty of labor force is there, abundant labor force. They get enough labor force. Nowadays, what is the main problem in the agricultural field? The people they face, children, there is the shortage of labor force. Shortage of labor force. But in this village, they get enough people to do agricultural operations like transplantation, sowing, harvesting, threshing, and so on. What is threshing? Threshing is the process of taking out grain from the corn. That is called threshing. What is harvesting? Harvesting means reaping. The crop is called harvesting. And they also form their own nurseries to cultivate paddy. That nursery of paddy, especially for monsoon season, that nursery is called salva. S-A-L-V-A, salva. The nursery of paddy for cultivating in the field during monsoon season. They mainly depend on southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon is the main rain-giving wind of this area. From June to October, 5 months they get enough rainfall from southwest monsoon. It is the important rain-giving wind of this area. And you know about cyclones. What is, children, cyclone? Cyclones are the strong winds rotating at the center of a low pressure area. And Bay of Bengal is notorious for its cyclones, and it causes destruction to the houses and property of the people. They lose everything associated with the cyclones. At the same time, it is productive also, cyclones. It is very good for the people in one way. In what way it is very good, children? At the time of cyclones, the floodplains are formed. What is called flood? At the time of rainfall, the rivers overflow through its banks. That is called flood. So floodplains are very fertile. It fully consists of alluvial soil. After this floods, the farmers can cultivate in that floodplains also. So in this way, it is very productive. It is destructive in the way means it causes heavy damage to the life and property of the people. So it is originated mainly in India in Bay of Bengal. It is very near to this village. But the village height is somewhat very high, or this village is very high above the sea level. So the people are not facing any problem related to floods or cyclone. Next one is, you study the important points, you revise the important points what I explained here. You revise again and again, children, because it is only a brief description of the chapter. You again and again, children, you watch the video and study the important concepts which I have explained there, and read the textbook also. And what is the main thing you want to do after all these things? You want to observe the video of the live classes which are taken by our social studies teachers of different branches. Okay, children? Thank you.